stands for dynamic host configuration protocol. Now, when we look deeper into the DHCP, there are different types of messages which are advertised by devices in order to make configuration. So we have DHCP messages. And you can remember these messages with the term DORA. So the first message we have is discover message. Then we have offer message. Then after that, request. Then acknowledge. So discover is used to find.
If you enjoyed the content of the video, don't forget to like and share the video and subscribe to our channel.
DHCP server. So devices send discover message in order to find their DHCP server. So what is a DHCP server? If we configure the DHCP pool on a router, if we configure DHCP on a router, so it will become DHCP server for all devices which are connected with it. So let's say a PC is connected here from this router with this router. So for this PC, the DHCP server is this router only. And this router for this PC is also gateway, which I told you in previous classes. So how gateway works, we all know about that also. So in order to find DHCP server, this PC will send discover message. Then once we are aware about the DHCP server, then the server offers us IP. It gives us IP. It will now send offer message. It will offer a IP address to this PC. Then we have request. Then this PC will accept the IP. He will say that router offers, let's say the router offered an IP address bit like 10.1.1. Then this PC says then that I am okay with this IP address and I would request you to send full details. So we can call it as request message. So in request message, PC asks for the further details of IP address. Then router shares the details with an acknowledgement that okay, these are the details and here is your IP address. So this is how these different messages work together in order to make DHCP work. So let's understand this again, and let me show you this with a router and device. So when we configure DHCP on a router, it starts maintaining a DHCP pool. So let's say we configure DHCP on this, it will start maintaining DHCP pool. In DHCP pool, we have the list of IP addresses which this router can assign to devices. So let's say it has the range of IP from 192.168.1.1 to 192.168.1.10. So this is just an example, and this is the range from which this router can assign IP addresses to. So now this PC will send discover message, right? In order to discover its DHCP server. Then this router, once the DHCP server is discovered, then this router will send offer message, which will have the IP address. Then this PC says that okay, I am good with this IP address. I would request you to share further details. So it will send request message which asks for further details. And then after that, this router shares the details with an acknowledgement. So it acknowledges and shares the details. And the term which you can use to like memorize these different types of messages are DORA. So let's say we have this router here now, and now this router is connected with these devices. Let's say this is the PC1, then we have a PC number 2, then we have PC number 3. So this router will maintain a DHCP pool with it in order to share information with these devices. So once all these messages are shared, then this device will get a IP address. Let's say it gets 192.168.1.1, and with that it will get a subnet mask. Then after that it will get a gateway IP address. So okay, so the gateway IP address is usually the first IP address, so we are considering it as 1.1, and let's say the device had the IP 1.2. Similarly, this device will get 1.3, then again the default subnet mask, and then we have the gateway IP, which is same 1.1. Then this will get 1.4, and similarly the subnet mask, then the gateway IP address, which is again 1.1. So is it clear to you guys how DHCP works? Now we will learn how to configure this on a router. So we will be using Packet Tracer for this, and we will understand how this works. How to configure DHCP. Okay. So we have a router here, then if we go to network devices, we can select switch. We will place a switch, then we will add PC here. Then we will go to the connections tab and we'll select automatically choose connection type. We have to click on this while pressing the control button. So once you have it, you will see a cable on your cursor, and then after that you just have to click on devices to make them connected through this cable. So I have connected the router with the switch. Now I will connect these PCs with the switch. So I will connect them one by one, and let's wait for the time while they are up. So once they are green, we know these devices are up. So these ports are up. So we will either we can press the escape button, or we can simply click on this to get back to the select mode, which is the normal mode. So we will quickly get into the CLI of router. So we don't have to make any changes with switch or these pieces. We will get into the CLI. We can see, okay, let's place another router, a new fresh router, so that we can understand the different modes again. So you don't have to like do this. I'm just making sure that you guys are able to understand the different modes. So once we are connected with the router, we will click on the router. Then we can see the physical tab. After that, we will go to CLI. And once we are here, we just have to type no, as we don't work with initial configurations. Then we press enter, 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 enter. So this is the user mode, and okay, let me try to increase the font size. Is it better now? Are you guys able to see this now? Great. So when we enter the no, when we say no to the question, we get into the user mode. Then after that, we have to type enable and press enter. And once you click enter, you will get into the privilege mode. Then, as I said before, in order to make configurations, you have to get into the global configuration mode. And to get into global configuration mode, you have to type configure terminal. Then you press enter, you get into the global configuration mode. Now you can also see that enter configuration commands one per line. So if you see in the image, you are also getting a prompt that now you are into the configuration mode. You can enter these configuring commands now. So once we are in this, we can configure the DHCP and okay. So before that, I want you guys to understand how to assign IP address to interface. So if we see, okay, so you guys can also see this, how to make the names of interface visible. You can click on options, then you go to preferences. Then if you look here, you will find show, okay, show device name. Okay, so if you click on this, always show port labels, you will see on which port number is device connected to. So there's some, let me know if you guys are able to like see this now. So this router is now connected with switch through port number FA0/0, which is fast Ethernet port. Then we have FA01 from switch. Then this switch is now connected with this PC number 7 through FA/02. So this is nothing but the port numbers, or you can call it as the names of ports through which the devices are connected with each other. So we have to assign some IP address to this interface in order to make the router work. Okay. So we will go to the CLI and we will go to CLI. Then once we are in the configuration mode, global configuration mode, what are the examples? Okay. So once we are in the global configuration mode, we have to like enter the interface name through which the devices are connected. So we will type interface. Then we know that switch is connected over FA0/0. And once you click enter, you will see that after config, there is a prompt which says /if. Is it clear to you guys? That once you press once you enter the interface, you get a different prompt. So now we are sure that we are into the interface FA00. Now whatever changes we will make, it will apply to interface FA0/0. So now we will type the IP address which we want to assign to this interface. Before that, let me make some notes for you guys. Okay. What we are going to do here is we will assign 192.168.10.1 to this interface, and after that we will assign a pool of 192.168.10.0 with a default subnet mask, which is 255.255.255.0 on this router for these four pieces. Okay, so this is our details. These are the details which we have to configure on the router to make DHCP work. So we just got into the configuration mode. Then after that we typed interface, then interface name, which is FA00, and we clicked enter. And once we are in the interface, we have to assign IP address to that interface. So you will type IP address, then after that you have to type the IP address which you want to assign. We are assigning 192.168.10.1. Then press space. Then you have to type the subnet mask. We'll type 255.255.255.0. Then press enter and type no shutdown in order to make the port up. So once you type no shutdown and click enter, the port gets up, and if you see, the red triangle is now green. So we had a red triangle here, which means the port was not up and the devices were not connected. But now when we have assigned the IP address to the port and we have typed no shutdown, which makes the port up, now we can see a green triangle is there, right? And even if you look into the CLI, it says that interface fast Ethernet 0/0, which is interface FA00, changed state to up. So the port is now up. Is it clear till now? Great. Now we will further to like configure the DHCP. Then if we press enter, we see we are still in the interface mode. But in order to configure DHCP, you have to get back to the configuration mode. Now, how we can get back to the previous mode? Simply by pressing exit. If you type exit and click enter, you get back to the previous mode. You guys able to see this now? Now we are back to the global configuration mode. Now here we will configure DHCP pool. Now we are configuring the DHCP pool to the router for devices which are PC7, PC8, PC9 and PC10. We just have to type IP DHCP pool. Then we have to assign a name to this pool. Let's say we assign A. A is the name of the pool. We are creating a DHCP pool. The first command is used to create the pool. Now once you click enter, you see now we are in different mode. We are in DHCP config mode. Now we are adding information to the DHCP pool. Then we will type the network. So what is the network which we are trying to assign? Network, can you guys tell me what is the network which we are using to assign IP addresses to these pieces? Absolutely. So the network we are using here is 192.168.10.0. So this is the network. Then again, you have to type the subnet mask. So we entered the subnet mask 255.255.255.0. Then press enter. Now, once we have updated the DHCP pool with the network we are assigning. So here we are telling the pool that these are the IP ranges which you can use and this is the subnet mask. Now I want you guys to tell me that what was the third thing which DHCP server was providing to the PCs or to the devices. What was that third thing? Okay, so yes. So the correct answer is gateway. So gateway is something which was there, which we have to like tell to the DHCP server that what gateway you shall be providing to these PCs. So we will just simply go back to the CLI and we will type default we will type default router. So you don't have to type again and again the whole command. As I shared before, you can just type the initial letters and after that you can press the tab button to make it complete automatically. So once you type DE, you can press the tab button and it will appear automatically. The whole command will appear automatically. So now we have to just simply type the IP address of our gateway, which is 192.168.10.1. So what is our gateway? Gateway is our router and we are just typing the IP address which we have assigned to this router. So after that you have to click enter. That's all. It was that easy. So instead of, so tell me, what do you think is the easier way? Assigning IP addresses to hundreds of PC by going to each PC one by one, or just simply configuring the DHCP on the router and making it automatic? So DHCP, yes, DHCP is the easiest way. So if you guys imagine this on a bigger scale, so we had only 4 PCs here. Imagine this with a, let's say, a number of 400 hosts. So do you know how difficult it would be to assign IP addresses manually? First, you have to make sure that no IP is repeated to avoid the overlapping. And then after that, you have to go to each PC to assign IP. So instead of all that work, we simply configure the DHCP on the router and make the whole process automatic. So now we will test if the PCs are getting the IP addresses automatically or not. We will go to PC, then desktop, IP configuration. Now there are two options. If we see there is static, then we have DHCP. We will click on DHCP and DHCP request successful. The PC got the IP address automatically. It got 192.168.10.2. Then the subnet mask is 255.255.255.0. Then we have the gateway 10.1. Similarly, if you go to PC number 2, go to desktop IP configuration, click on DHCP, you will see that the IP is automatically assigned.